Hello, hello. We are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and today is the last chance for us to climb ranked. Let's start out with the triple tactics talent thing, but then we'll see what we can get done. So yesterday I picked some unique choices. I like Machina Fortress, he's cool. We picked Curse of Dragon, because I was like, sure, a dragon, dark, 2000 attack, seems pretty good. We got a light spellcaster with Riliona. So I think for today's, I might try and pick like maybe some less common things. Or maybe one less common thing and then some common stuff. So I was thinking like a fire. And then what else is less common? What are fire fiends? Infernoid Flood. 19, 21. Who the heck is this guy? This is not a real card. I have never seen this card in my entire life. Ooh, we could get Shavara. But let's go a little bit lower, like 1500, get an Unchained monster maybe? Ooh, we could go Rekko. Let's go Rekko. Alright, now let's get us a light. I noticed that too when I saw it. I was like, why is it that Magia or Magia, I don't even know how you're supposed to say it. Why is it that Magia was on the first group and then Shooting Majestic Star is kind of like another turbo boss monster main character thing? So you're thinking that maybe I should find a turbo boss monster for a main character, huh? If we did Kaiba first, and then I guess Shooting Majestic Star, is that summoned by Yusei? I don't know if he actually summons that one, but he summons stuff like along the lines of that. So then we're thinking Zexal. So what are we doing, like Utopic Draco Future or something? I don't know if what's his name? Is his name Yuma in that one? I didn't watch all of Zexal, but I don't think he summons like Utopic Draco Future. That seems like a newer card. Because like Magia's a newer card, right? Like Kaiba never summoned Magia. I didn't watch the movie, but I doubt that he summoned it in there either. Let's look at Utopic cards. Maybe there's a pattern. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually undo those. I see. Wait, not Utopic, but Utopy. So let's just look real quick. We have Magia. I can't remember if Yusei summons this one or if he summons one of the infinite variations of said monster. But if we're establishing a pattern here, what about like this one? Dragonar? Oh, but this one just kind of summons another one. This is not really like an end board. I feel like we're looking for an end board piece. Utopia Beyond? Well, the other two were both URs. I'm kind of thinking Draco Future. Draco Future seems like a really popular card, right? So it might be a card that's on people's minds anyways. do like Utopia Lightning. He's one of the cooler ones. Or it could be like this guy, but he's kind of banned. Another dragon effect exceeds. Is Draco Future not a dragon? He's a warrior. They're all pretty much warriors. Some of the Gagagas are spellcasters, but... This guy? Is this an end board piece? This seems kind of like an end board piece. What if we go with that one? It's a dragon. Number 99, Utopic Dragon. But he's not a UR. What if I get rid of this? Dragon. UR exceeds. I guess we could do like Galaxy Eyes stuff, right? Doesn't Kite use Galaxy Eyes? That would make a lot of sense instead of that guy. What's like the turbo final boss monster of Galaxy Eyes? I don't actually know which one of these is the turbo final boss. Like, is it this thing? This Cypher X Dragon? No, it doesn't really seem like it. This is Prime Photon Dragon. This is Neo Prime Photon Dragon. Surely Neo has to be upgraded. You went with a level 10. I think I'd go with Neo. Let's do that guy. What did I have in my history? I didn't do a 3000 attack. Why don't we also do, like, Draco Future? The cancel button doesn't actually clear this, I'm realizing. What about this guy? This guy seems pretty cool. Alright, we're doing Draco Future as the last one. It's 2 lights, though. I mean, it could be 2 lights. Let's just lock it in. Who cares? This event is, like, impossible to predict anyways, since it's completely random. There's even a random button in it. Alrighty, last chance. Let's see if we can maybe at least get to Master 2, shall we? Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And today is the last chance for me to climb. We're going to continue playing the same Kewl Tune deck because it's kind of what we know. And I don't want to change it up too much on the last day. We might start learning something new come the next season. But this is what we're going to run for today. And we'll see. We're going to try to get to Master 1, but we're not going to worry about it too much. If we could get to Master 2, that's fine as well. Or if we just don't get lucky today, then we'll just have to live with it. But anyways, that's what we're going to run. And we'll try our best here. We got a Reco profile picture. Probably a Kewl Tune player. Okay, well, we got Overtake, and that's it. Grab Rotary. I feel like we could pretty safely say he doesn't have Ash, right? Is this greedy? Okay, it's Kewl Tune. What were we doing last time? We were like taking a little snapshot of their hand, huh? Let's do that real quick. Now. You missed on the Kewl Tune bundle. Okay, with his hand, he already has Reco, so we probably just give him another Reco, I guess. Surely we keep the bell, right? So we know he's got 2 Q, 2 Reco, JJ, and Synchro. And Loudness War only protects your monsters, right? Other tuners cannot be destroyed. So I think we let him play the field spell, and then just pop both at the same time. Okay, he is just making Loudness War right away, which is kind of what I thought he would do. I think that being the case... I want to negate Reco for the rest of the turn, right? But that also negates my Reco. Which is a bit of an issue. So do I just negate the Q instead? If he uses Loudness War, I could just Effect Veiler it. I want to keep our Synchro if we can. Him using Synchro right here doesn't help him because Loudness War can't sync with the hand. Why is he doing this? This doesn't accomplish anything. Oh, it does do that. I see. But we should still have plenty of stuff, right? This is a slight issue, though. He's actually doing things in a really good order for him. Which sucks for me. What the heck do I do here? This is actually not a good situation. I'm gonna make Zaylin like this. I don't know what go for green means. I don't care about Q being negated. It was so I could make... Okay, he's out of there. It was so I could make it was so I could make Zaylin and get the Recco search at the same time. And that way, if he sets the or plays the field spell, then I could just make RS in response. And then if I use Clip for making the RS, then I still even have Kewl Tune Synchro. I think I mean I accomplished what I wanted there. I'm sure that there were other ways to do it, but I played that out how I wanted it to go. I don't think I was gonna actually end up making back-to-back, but it wouldn't have been a bad idea. Bounce the Recco, but then the Recco gets to search, right? But I guess you're right, like you can't do anything with the search anyways. Yeah, the issue there was obviously I had 3 effects all going off at the same time, and because I wanted Zaylin to negate, I could only activate one of them. Should I get fancy with it or just leave it be? If I get fancy with it, then I open myself up to losing to... Droll. I'm gonna say that there's a good chance this guy still has Ash. I feel like we give him an Ash as much as I don't like it. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. He already has everything he could have searched off of the Tenki anyways. Oh, I didn't take a picture of that one. Wonder if I should have instead sent the maker there. Probably searching MST right away, right? Yes. Hold on a second. I want this in hand, summon Rekko. Which he might Ash, but I have the Kewl Tune Synchro. I guess I probably should have given him Shifter, because odds that he was ever going to be able to use Shifter are very low. But I think this duel's going to end on this turn no matter what. Should I make back-to-back here? Because his rap here... I guess it's not useless, so I need RS, right? Actually, I'm realizing now that level mod doesn't actually matter against Rapier. I just need something that can pop what comes out when it activates. Maybe I should have popped it right away. I technically could have. Hopefully he doesn't go into Dryden. Ooh. Oh, wait, Nah, whatever. I messed up really bad. I'm actually in a really bad spot now. Dang, I should have just popped right away. I could have. All I had to do was activate Synchro, forcing him to Ash, which lets me back to back. The problem is he has Ash in hand. Wow. I guess we just lose then, huh? I can't believe I messed this up. Well, look, it could have activated because I would do it when he summons the Rat Pierre, right? If I had on Rat Pierre summon Synchroed immediately... Whatever, this one's over. I should have won that. I hate running out of time. This is so ridiculous how they fucked up the time in this game so badly. Yeah, I had that win easy. That's unfortunate. It's so annoying, like, these Radiant Typhoon players just need to be banned, or their deck needs to be completely obliterated. It's actually ridiculous that they exist. He has double Fua or Max C. I mean, this is gonna be tough to play around. He just gets too many draws. That's rough. I mean, this is just a surrender. What am I supposed to do about that? Might as well just go next. Well, we're off to an extremely bad start. And after having two completely unfair games, we now are being forced to go second. We might cut this one short. It's obvious we're not going to make it. Everything's stacked against me. Just another Radiant. Oh, it's Lunalight. Great. Could also go Crackle. But we don't have a way to trigger Crackle to banish more Flagger Dancers. We hit a Liger Dancer randomly with Clip. That's funny. I don't think we care about that, right? I guess we cared about that. I didn't realize they just had a card that just searches whatever they want from hand as a monster. It feels like this is bait, right? I think we have to negate it and hope for the best. Okay, it was not bait, apparently. I was expecting like a Lunalight Fusion or something afterwards. Do they even play Lunalight Fusion? They probably do, right? Okay, free win. I'll take it. This is kind of what I thought would happen at the end of the season, which is why I was so annoyed that we got that freaking Radiant Typhoon game that I just barely threw. Because it's the end of the season, everyone's in a rush, so they don't want to sit around for a duel they don't think they can win. And I'm in the exact same boat. But if we could just go first every single time, then maybe we'll get there. So in this situation where you don't have Q, should I activate Rotary? You're in a rush in the beginning of the season? Fair. This could potentially get ashed, unfortunately. Well, but our ash was there, so guess not. Either way, we want to synchro. Yeah, I know you miss one, but... Ooh, droll. I know you miss one, but by not doing that, it makes your opponent misuse their hand traps. Okay, he is drolling. Which means I should use at least one synchro. Okay, he bells that. So what do we have? We want to grab the Recco back. True. That's fair. Yeah, I kind of just wasted that synchro for no reason, you're right. There's no way for me to use this Recco effect, huh? We also didn't get to Q. I wonder if I should have added Q to hand then. That would have been better, huh? So now we don't know what he's drawing. I messed that up a little bit. I could use the Ash, right? Is there any good reason not to just use the Ash and get it back in their draw phase? Oh, they also have, shoot, why'd I make this? I'm so stupid. Yeah, we have to do this. I did like everything wrong there. Okay, so we lose Zaylin. Ooh. So if I just do nothing here, then I can just synchro with the Zaylin. So we know it's Rotary, Mix, and a Mystery card. I mean, if that's all they have, then they know they can't really make a play because they know I have Ash in hand. Oh, but they do get that. Right, they can make Remix. We're not activating, huh? That's problematic. I can't do anything about that. I just have to let him kill back to back, I guess. Ooh, but he does get to called by here, huh? Just gonna be problematic. I can't make anything, though. Not yet. Best I can make is, like, Crackle. He's gonna call by this, right? Okay, he's not called buying that. Should I make Loudness War? kind of feel like I should synchro. How'd I just lose 3 seconds at the same time? Why did I just lose so much time? What the fuck was that? I was at 4 seconds, all of a sudden I was at 1 second in one single tick. This is so stupid. I'm literally just outplaying these people completely and utterly, but it's just giving them the win. Oh, good. Now we get to play against Shifter. Well, I didn't learn any lessons from that. I won that duel. Like, he had 0 chance of winning. The game was over. Like, he literally couldn't do anything. I had Ash for his synchro in hand, he had called by, and I blow up his remix. And then the game's over. And it was just because the timer glitched. Because I had time. But all of a sudden, like, I saw it go from 3 to 1 instantly. There was no 2 in there at all. Okay, we just need to survive this turn somehow. I don't have any tuners engraved, and we have no way to get a tuner engraved. This game's probably over. Just all these people who all they do is cheat. They know how to do nothing except cheat. And I can't even make RS because they could just attack over the RS. Keep in mind, this is the second time we've been shiftered today, which is way above how many times you should be shiftered. And that's assuming that everyone is running shifter, which they obviously are not. They have 2 Ripper. Gosh dang it. This one's unwinnable. Oh good, back to going second. We got to go first a lot, but when you get shifted half of the games, it's not really fair. Especially since the chances of opening shifter are 1 in 8. So it would literally be impossible to get shifted 2 out of the 4 duels that we've played against people who actually have shifter. Do we have anything? I'm not convinced he doesn't have Ash, so I'm going to protect the Rotary. What the heck is this garbage? Okay, I think that guy might be a 1-of, right? Open. Ooh, it's just all going second cards. That's rough. And a floodgate. I think we're gonna lose this one. That's just too much stuff that I don't really know how to compete with. I also didn't take a picture of that. Do I commit to 2 monsters on the field? Oh, he's okay. I don't know why he surrendered. I feel like he was... Maybe he DC'd. I feel like he was fine. I'll take it. Well, maybe he wasn't fine. Maybe he just didn't have, like, a play, really? Like, he could deal with my board, but... Maybe that card was a one-of. Because I know they search their pendulum scales, and that's the guy who, like, negates. But I don't know if they would play 3 of that guy or not. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Don't really want to make Loudness War, especially when we only have Recco, so... Do I max C in the draw phase here? Kind of feel like I do. Oh, we're playing against Stun. If only they hadn't opened their only card that can stop us. He has a Solemn. God, I can't even react to the Solemn. That's so stupid. Does he really have another, like, an impulse or something? That's even in the imperm column, but I can't activate imperm. Oh, this is so annoying. I think I have to allow that. Because I can ogre the Lordly Load, so the Drill Beam's not activatable. Now it kind of seems like I would have been better off making Loudness War, though. Oh, wait. Is, Okay, no, this shouldn't be activatable. Wow. Oh, can't do anything with that. We can do that. But I feel like we should wait. Like, do I really have to play these dumb games? Imagine he didn't have this stupid Dominus card in his hand, or I have more than one card in hand that's activatable. Alright, do I just randomly hit one of these and hope that it's right? I'm thinking one of the original two and not the new one. Oh, right. This shit is activatable. That's so stupid. These are not normal monsters. They have effects. It literally clearly states on them that they have effects. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to summon from the trap card zone. So stupid. You can't just be like, oh yeah, my majestic shooting star dragon just says normal monster on it. So it's a normal monster. Even though it has 15 effects. But it says normal monster, so it's a normal monster. That's not how it works. Yeah, I almost never get to negate Fuas, but my opponents almost always negate them. I feel like I'm also in the same boat with that. It's Kewl Tune Elf Note, huh? I think I gotta banish that and just let them have Lucina. Good thing I let them have Lucina, because they already had Lucina. Oh, did they draw after? No, they drew before. No, sorry, I'm getting confused. You're talking about something else, I think. Real question is, do I make Zaylin here first? I don't need 2 bells, so yes, I think I do. Well, do I? No, I think I don't. They have Ash, though. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much luckier than that. Wow, really? We actually won that? Hua into max C, give them 20 cards, and they surrender. To be fair, we got to make the RS and the back-to-back, which I was kind of hoping would be enough. He was probably starting to run out of time. Granted, I was pretty much out of time. I need to play faster. I haven't really gotten this whole, like, reading on the side thing down and actually playing fast. You don't like Elf Note Kewl Tune? I haven't played it, so I don't really know how it is, but... I should still try to make Maker here, right? Because I had a lot of hand traps, but... I suppose if this gets ashed, we have a problem. If it gets impermed, however... If he still has Ash, then I guess we just lose, huh? Activated your effect already. To be fair, like, what can I really do? I've already used up my normal summons. Can't really search enough cards to do anything here. Oh, good. 2 cards that just lose me the game. I don't know if I should chain or not. I kind of don't want him to draw a card. But I don't know if he's done here. We didn't get to see his hand. You think this is his only rock card? It was not. Okay. Does this guy do anything? No. Is there something I don't know about, or why is he not scooping? Okay. Alright, we're in the final stretch. We'll probably see if we can make it, but I'm going to fill up my water here just a second. Okay. We need 2 wins. I think if we get a loss, then we're done. That's a good start. Especially against the guy who's probably already tilted. Because he's about to lose a rank. Alright, we gotta activate Synchro. Okay, we gotta call by this. Yeah, oh, does he? He doesn't seem to have anything else. Almost made the wrong thing there. We had too many options. Okay, we know he can't Ash, so might as well put Rotary at the end. Ollie and Droll. We're about to get hit by Droll. I should actually just take a picture of this. Taking a picture is OP. Oh, he's out of there. Connection failed. I told you it was tilted. Alright. Can we get at least to Master 2 and call it a night? Yeah, that's correct. That's the last thing anyone wants to see on their rank down game. Kewl Tune gets to go first against you. We get to go first against someone else who is always also about to rank up.
Yes.
Alright, lock in. Let's end on a good one. Max C, not a good one. Not a good one at all. Okay, what do I do here? Because I don't really want to synchro summon anything. If I grab Rotary, I won't be able to search Clip, right? So I need Clip for sure. Then I won't be able to summon Mix. I think we need Clip no matter what. And then I kind of forgot about the fact that I could search Synchro with this. Because I was just going to add like Mix to my hand and try and normal summon it with Rotary. But then I wouldn't have access to Clip, but I think this is much better, right? This is not that bad for getting Max Seed and Fuad. He's got 4 cards, and our board is not terrible. I think we wait. Ooh, it's already Drill Beam? Does that mean it's activatable? That's not good. So Drill Beam can only negate things that are on the field, so it could negate the Imperm. But I can't negate Valor, right? We're gonna try and Mega Play here. He'll probably... Ooh. It's not really what I wanted to see. So now we can't get access to Mix, huh? I need to get this monster off the field, though. Is there any option for me to get this thing off the field? I don't really think there's a whole lot I could do. I have to let him make the thing. I suppose I try and imperm this. And he'll probably drill beam that. No. He's not drill beaming that. That's crazy. Is the drill beam not activatable? Please tell me you're done. I don't know if I should... No, I can't RS early. Just in case the drill beam's activatable, right? But even if it's activatable, I feel like I lose either way. Assuming he has follow-up. You think he's baiting me? Is this a bait for me to activate clip? I think it might be a bait. Yeah, normal monster or a Primite card. I think if we do this, it's checkmate, hopefully? I guess it all depends on what he has in his hand. He could have another Ash, I suppose. Ooh, he set a Lordly Load, so he kept the Drill Beam in hand. Wait, so wasn't the Drill Beam activatable with this in hand, though? Whatever, I don't have time to figure it out. The real question is, do I slow play or do I just play Kewl Tune Synchro and go for broke? I guess he doesn't have anything. Okay, he's out of there. We did it! We made it to Master 2, and now we can move on with our lives. I want to check on that, though. Because otherwise it was definitely the wrong play to set the Lordly Load, right? One Primite card. This is a Primite card, right? What the heck was he doing then? No, I said that we would only go the normal amount of time and that it took way too long to get to Master 2. So I think we're just going to call it there. I just don't want to keep playing too badly. I was already, like, making a lot of mistakes because of the time pressure and stuff, so I think we're just going to call it there. We'll be fine with Master 2. Maybe we'll try harder next month. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. I feel like there was potential for us to get Master 1, but I misplayed in too many duels today. There was a lot of duels that I should have won, but I threw. We got 9,500 gems. I mean, I guess we still got a week. But I think maybe for the next week we might chill and not worry about grinding or anything. We might play some other stuff. I think I'll skip Wednesday. And then maybe we'll do something Friday and Saturday. We'll probably stream, but I don't know if we'll play Yu-Gi-Oh or not. I just kind of don't know what to do. Like, I haven't decided yet if I actually want to play Draco Tail or if I'd rather go back to like Elf No Fiendsmith. You got 100 gems from what? Oh, you mean like you have 100 gems total? I usually always try and make sure that I'm saving up for the next thing, just in case I like it. I used to put myself in a much better spot where I would never go below 10,000, or like I'd hardly go below 10,000 gems. So I'd have like sometimes up to like 18 to 20,000 gems at any time. So then if a pack ever came out, but then when I stopped playing, oh, that makes sense because you wanted to build a new deck. But yeah, when I stopped playing, I kind of let that slip because when I came back, I was like, oh, I should probably grab the Canine cards before they leave the shop. And then I did that, and then I immediately went into the next pack after that too. So I ended up zeroing out my gems. And now I'm kind of just like opening every single pack, like at least spending 10,000 gems. Usually some bundles in there make it so I don't quite get 100 packs, but it's pretty easy to get the 10,000 gems in a single month, so. Oh yeah, I like to keep a surplus of UR dust. But I also ran into that problem when I came back. I had like 700 UR dust. And then I immediately made... What did I make? I made Draco Tail, I think. And I didn't really have the Draco Tail cards. So I ended up having to craft them all. And that got me down to where we're at now, pretty much. Luckily, next season, like, because the ban list is whenever, tomorrow night or something. So, I mean, since you play Kewl Tune, you'll obviously get, you'll get 60 back, right? Or wait, no, it's not Kewl Tune that's 60. You get 60 for Recco, or 30 for Recco, getting semi-limited. And then I assume you have Super Poly, right? So you'll get 60 back in like a day or two. Honestly, I have some like unfortunate situations from not playing. I missed the ban on this card, or like the limit on this card, so I have 3 of this card and I didn't get to decraft any of them. I don't remember what I did. That's not the card. Oh, because it doesn't show banned cards. I don't remember what I did for this to happen, but somehow I have a whole bunch of Perla-Rhinos. Yeah, I wouldn't dismantle a Royal. I almost never dismantle Royals. Did I keep... Oh, this doesn't show banned cards either. I can't remember. Did I keep my... Appaloosa. I did keep it. I kept the Royal Appaloosa. I was like, I can't. I didn't want to dismantle it, even though I figured Appaloosa would never come back. I decided to keep the Royal. But something funny that you can do, if a card is getting banned and you have a Royal of it, you can see I did it here, right? I had a Royal Terraforming, and I was like, there's no way Terraforming is ever coming back. Because they banned it for, I think, Tier Laments. And I was like, the odds that this card ever comes back is so low. So you could actually bookmark the Royal one, and then it'll always stay here in your bookmarks as a Royal card. Because you can't bookmark a Royal card unless you have a Royal version of it. So that's like a way where if a card is getting banned and you have a Royal, you could always bookmark it to like remember that you had a Royal of it. And then randomly at some point I pulled this Royal Grass that looks greener. I've never activated it a single time. What else have I done that's stupid? Did I keep any of these alt arts? No, I actually decrafted the alt arts. I feel like there's some other card that I kept when I probably shouldn't have. Or maybe it was just Perla Rhino. But obviously SR cards, no one cares. It doesn't really matter. Royal Grass is nice. I just don't have any, like, I don't really play grass decks. I find them kind of cheesy, and then the fact that grass is a one of makes it even cheesier. And then I don't even own Triple Tactics Thrust, which would at least make grass a little bit better. But I don't own any of them, so I feel like there should be a Triple Tactics Thrust bundle. They haven't really added new card bundles recently, have they? I feel like this is something they should be updating regularly. This list right here, right? They update it so rarely. But like, this should have Fua in it by now. I don't see why it doesn't have Fua. And it could easily have Thrust in it. What else should this have in it? What does that one pack have? This one. Like, it should probably have Impulse and Purge, right? Maybe not the overframe, but it should have Impulse and Purge. I don't know. What's wrong? There's something stuck in my throat now, but... Alt Art Thrust? I didn't get any of them, though. I didn't manage to pull any Alt Art Thrusts. I didn't really pull from the packs that have them, though. Because I don't have Albaz either. Alt Art Albaz. Is it in a different pack as well? I know it's probably in a few packs. Whatever pack I was pulling on that it was in. Yeah, this pack. I pulled on this pack to get the Overframe Mirror Jade. I ended up getting 2 more Ecclesias, which I had 1 Ecclesia because I traded the Appaloosa alt art in for the Ecclesia because I knew the Ecclesia was going to become relevant in the future for branded. So I did that for that. But then I ended up pulling 2 more of these. I pulled 2 of the Fusion Deployment, which I really love the Fusion Deployment art. But I pulled none of these. So I'm also a hoarder, if you haven't noticed. Like, I have 3 Branded Lost, I have 3 Searing Dragon. I don't really dismantle any cards that aren't extras, or like a card that's getting banned. Which means that, like, my account is in such a good position that pretty much no matter what happens, I could always just, like, start dismantling stuff and build any deck I could ever want, right? Do I have extras? No. But like if you sort this by number owned, make it URs only. There's a bunch of URs here that I'll never play in my entire life, right? This guy is actually playable. And I actually think I have, Lady's the one that has alt arts, right? I think I have one of the alt art for this. I also have one alt art, the Bellstar. So I technically don't need these. Somehow I have 3 alt art rays. I don't even think I was trying to get them. I got 3 Mercuriers. No one's ever going to play 3 of those, probably. Randomly have 3 of this, which we played the other day in that, what was that event? The non-meta event? Where they let us play Sword Soul? But I just did the dismantle all extras. I always dismantle all extras. It's that I don't dismantle cards that aren't extras, right? So like Primite Imperial Dragon, even if you only run one of it in a deck, you could say that 2 of them are extras, but obviously the game doesn't recognize 2 of them as extras. I even have 3 of this guy. I've never played Tenpai a single time. I got 3 Tristaros. I actually really like Ritual Beasts, but I'm so bad at the deck. The deck is so difficult, and it's kind of bad right now. But it does get to play a whole lot of Floodgates, like Shifter and stuff. Honestly, though, I should probably dismantle all of my House Dragons and my 2 Sheus, because you could just go buy 3 of the structure deck for 1,500 gems and get them all back, right? And then I'd get 50 UR dust for the cost of 1,500 gems, which is kind of worth it. There's a lot of like little strategies that you can use to really maximize your stuff. I don't actually have any alt arts of this. But yeah, I have 2 alt art fusion deployments, so it's not like I need this. Which, I was so mad at myself, I just remembered. I crafted these 3 fusion deployments back when Branded actually used them. And then I was like, oh, this is in a structure deck. I should not have done that. I don't know why I forgot this card was in a structure deck. That day was a sad day for me. But yeah, this I messed up. Well, I didn't mess up. I wasn't playing the game at the time, so I didn't know this got banned. So I didn't get to get the deal for... I could have had 60 more UR dust right there. Now we're out of the cards that I have 3 of. But the weird thing is how this counts is like, it counts me as having 2 lovelies because I have 2 glossy ones, right? And I have 1 non-glossy one. So technically I have 3, but it shows up in the 2 as the glossy, and there's no settings in Master Duel to change that. There should be like a setting that just aggregates all the cards, whether they're glossy, royal, whatever. But at least most of the time it doesn't matter, because like even in this case, if I got another normal one and hit dismantle all extras, it would dismantle one of the normal ones, I think. Actually, I don't know if it does, now that I'm rethinking that. It might only be like there has to be a 3 here before it starts dismantling extras. Do we have? I think I've gone through, like, picked this clean to make sure that I didn't have like too many real extras. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, if I ever, for some reason, wanted to build 40 decks in a row, I could just dismantle everything that I don't use. But I'm a little bit of a hoarder, so... And it's paid off before, right? Like, we were just talking about that Saruya for the Sword Soul deck. Like, that would be a card that probably most people, they got it, they weren't going to play Sword Soul, so they just dismantled it. But I got to play it for a random event, just because I already had 3 of them. So it pays off every once in a while. Not too often. But like this, there's a lot of decks that use Veradros. I've never used Veradros a single time. But I got 3 of it. Not that you're ever going to use 3 of it, I think, but... Also, Redoer is a cool card. But he's kind of not good enough anymore to play. He was good enough in tier because he detaches for effect. Where is it? Here. He detaches for effect, so you could trigger the tier effects with him. They still need to do more stuff like the release of Promethean Princess, where they released her the same day she came out in the OCG. That would make Master Duel so much more appealing if they did this. You dismantled the alt-art fusion deployments. Look, I would not take me as an example for this. Like, obviously, I've had my account since the day the game came out. And definitely, if you want to, like, if you're new, you should just hardline making a deck. And then after that, you could start to, like, accrue resources and stuff. But if you have multiple decks that you want to make, like, I don't know which deck you started with. If you started with Vanquish Soul Canine or you started with Kewl Tune, probably Vanquish Soul Canine would be my guess. I can't remember. Did Kewl Tune come out February? But whatever. But you probably were like, okay, I want Vanquish Soul Canine. And then you were like, all right, I don't really like Vanquish Soul Canine that much, but this Kewl Tune deck seems cool. So it makes sense for you to just like hardline, get rid of all the extras stuff. And just get the decks that you want because it's going to be more fun for you. Also, I just randomly have 2 of each of these alt arts here. Good times, good times. I wish they would just ban all Runic cards so I could dismantle them. I don't like Runic, if you can't tell. Another cool thing to do sometimes is just randomly be like, I want to see... Well, we could turn on Forbidden. I want to see all my... Where does it... Where's like Royal and stuff? Am I stupid? Did I miss it? You started with Vanquish Soul Canine and then got Kewl Tune? Yeah. Did I miss it? Oh, right here. Like looking at all your Royal cards. I don't have that many Royal cards, but... This is still my favorite Blue Eyes art. I'm pretty sure I still have a copy or 2 of this. But, like, I think my copies are, like, so old. They're, like, from the original Kaiba starter deck. 20 whatever years ago. But this is the best Blue Eyes art. And I don't care what anyone else says. I'm surprised that they didn't... Like, they gave everyone this Blue Eyes art. But then the Dark Magician arts that they didn't give the original Dark Magician art. I like the original Dark Magician art so much better than these 2. Now, on the other hand, I actually like this Neos art more than the original Neos art. Like, this one's cooler, in my opinion. And then they gave out just, like, some bullshit cards. Like, what the heck are these Power Pro cards? No one... Does anyone even play the Power Pro games? This is a good card to give everyone, though. The Royal Obelisk. Like, a good portion of these are just cards that they gave out. Now, obviously, if I included, like, SRs, we'd be a different story here. Somehow I have 2 Royal Empins? I forgot about that. I've never played Fluanderies a single time, but I have 2 Royal Rare Empins. Oh, right. I randomly got this card after it came out. I actually like Dragon Maids, but I haven't played them since these cards came out. This was also a really good giveaway. The fact that they gave away a Royal Altar, and then they did it with Fleur de Lis as well. I really like that. I bet a lot of people are jealous of this. I randomly got this from one of the anniversary events, the Royal Rare Girsu. Lots of people want that. I'm glad to have the Royal Rare Sylvie, too. I played that quite a bit. I wonder if I could make White Forest work again. Oh, I remember this. This Griffin is so tilting because I remember when I got this, I was trying to get the alt art, the first alt art for Masquerina, the bike one, and I pulled a royal rare Griffin, which could have been a royal rare alt art Masquerina. So disappointing. Do I have anything else crazy here? I don't even know. I guess this card came from the Legacy packs because it's not dismantleable. They should make Legacy pack cards dismantleable, honestly. Like, Legacy packs are just such a waste of time. Because like hardly any of the cards anyone actually plays, and they would be so good for new players getting extra like UR dust and stuff. Or just like any of the dust in general. There's a guy that was playing... Oh, you're talking about House... Or what's his... House Drachen? The German guy? Or at least his name is German. But yeah, he's played a few different decks that were all roiled out. He played Dragon Maid. I think he played Labyrinth all roiled out. And he just played like 60 card versions of the deck that just has like everything in it. Yeah, I remember that guy. He's actually, like, not even bad at the game either, is the funny part. Like, when he plays the meta weeklies, he qualifies pretty frequently for the top 16 at least. Now, he doesn't play any of the meta decks, so... I don't know what the best he's ever done is. Maybe, like, top 4? This card is also so cool. I've tried to figure out like where I could use this card. But this card is beautiful, right? Just the colors, it's the Monadium, which is themed after the Tearlament cards. It's a synchro card in Royal Rare. It just looks so good. But it's just not good enough to really play in anything. I've tried to fit it into stuff. I even tried to, I think when we first started playing Kewl Tune, and I was playing the Virtuous cards with the Kewl Tunes, I was like, is there any way I could play this viably? And in the end, I decided that it wasn't going to be worth it, but... I remember this card when I was playing Fire King Snake Eye. I just randomly pulled this, only one copy of this, and I was like, I'm playing it. It's Royal Rare. Not everyone played it at the time, but that convinced me to play it. They gave everyone that card. I got this from... These two from Anniversaries. We were playing this one the other day. In the Go Second Elf Note deck. I also have the Royal Rare Silent Honor Arc. Which would be funny to play in Vanquish Soul Canine, right? You would never summon... You never... Wait... Is it this one that you need? Or no, you don't actually use this one. I forgot what you needed to attach from the extra deck. You need to attach the other weird dude. Never mind. But this is like a really good old format card. Used to be very popular. Have anything else cool? Just a random Iris Sword Soul. Oh, this is pretty sick. I wish I had played more decks that played Red MD. Also, I wish that some of these cards weren't, like, useless. They, like, give you these anniversary cards and they're just bad. I remember when I played Punk. After they destroyed the Ishizu cards for tier, we would just play, or I would just play Punk and make, Punk with tier and make, what's his name? Chaos... Whatever. What the heck was his name? He's forbidden now. This guy, Chaos Ruler, that's what he is. I would just make this guy and like try and mill as many cards in my deck as I could. Yeah, I also hate that they only give useless cards out. Like, honestly, when they released Promethean Princess, would it have killed them to give everyone a Promethean Princess? Probably not. Like, that would be a situation where you should give everyone that card, right? Because anyone who's coming to play the game, because of that card being released on the same day that it was released in the OCG, wants that card, right? So you might as well just give it to everyone. And you could have given everyone like a royal rare. Like, none of this is going to break the bank. Because otherwise they're just going to craft it. They're not going to pull packs to get a single Promethean Princess unless there's other useful stuff in the pack. So they're just going to craft it anyways. So it's just kind of like, you should just give it out. But anyways, fun times. But we're going to call it there. We only made it to Master 2. I know I failed this month, but it'll have to do. And we'll see what happens next month. Just right now, I don't know that there's anything I really want to play. Should do an event to give 1 copy of Staples. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about with the, like, this is kind of like giving 1 copy of Staples, right? Like, this is cheaper than 10 packs, right? And you're guaranteed a good staple. So, like, I would have no problem with them putting a Fedralis here. But they could also give it away. Like, I don't care. Sure, give it away. But I just, like, I think this section is underused. This section should be all about new players getting super value. But, like, when was the last time they released one of these? It was probably the Ghost Ogre, and that was like at least half a year ago. They should be releasing like a new one of these every 1 or 2 months. An event makes them play. I guess I wasn't considering what you meant by an event, right? Because most of the time when they give away cards, it's just a login event, right? You don't actually have to play for it. But if you mean like an actual event that gives away a card and requires you to play in the event, I could see that. As long as they're not giving out, well, I don't know. I was going to say as long as they're not giving out unique versions of the card. But I don't know. It just sucks, like, if you aren't playing the game and then they give out, like, a unique or, like, an alt art Fedralis or, like, a royal rare Fedralis and then you weren't playing the game at the time and then you can never get it. I feel like that feels real bad if that happens. And I don't really like when games do that, where they try and, like, the FOMO effect, where they try and get you to play because you don't want to miss out. I don't like when games do that. But I guess this game already does it with like the dual passes and stuff, right? There's almost no way to get any of these things once they leave the thingamajiggle. What do I think is the next pack? I don't know. People know way better than I do. Maybe Dark Lord, hopefully Forbidden Crown. It'd be nice if like Fedralis came out. But I don't know if Fedralis is actually going to come out. I really want them to release all the stupid power patrons. But I think they're going to end up just making a bad pack with Dark Lords and Forbidden Crown. And then the only reason for the pack's existence is going to be Forbidden Crown, so everyone's just going to craft it. Unfortunately, like, what are the other decks that could potentially, like, it's like Predaplant. Could be like any of these things. X-Saber, Mermail. The heck is this? I don't think there's any new Gate Guardian cards. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they're just separating Gate Guardian from Kashtira. I don't know if Mermail has any new cards either. I feel like though that's probably what it's gonna be. But I think that's going to be a mistake if they do that. If they choose to make like a dead pack. You hope the pack sucks? I think it is going to suck, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be a very bad decision to make it suck. I mean, I don't know how the market works exactly for them. But I would assume that the middle of summer break is not the time you want to release a dead pack. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the exact right time to release a dead pack. It just seems like this would be the time that you'd have most people potentially with free time to play the game. So releasing a bad pack would be a bad idea. But what do I know? But I do think the pack is going to suck. I think that Hydraulis is probably like less than a 50% chance of coming, even though it could, because they hit Kewl Tune kind of hard. But that I don't know if they would actually release Hydraulis. And then like the power patrons are just wishful thinking. I don't have any. I feel like they should just release them all. Because like they did the weird thing where now the Doomsy deck is incomplete, Archmage is incomplete, and Elf Note is incomplete for no reason. They're just being obnoxious. They could have easily like put that in with the packs that they originally came, and if they weren't gonna do that, like why release Kewl Tune with Rotary back to back and what was the other card? I don't remember what the other card is that they also got, but what were the cards? Was Q a new one? It was back-to-back at maybe it's just back-to-back in Rotary? I don't know if Zaylin was newer or not. But like if they were gonna do this, why not release Elf Note, Doomsy? I guess Doomsy came out kind of early though. Like, Doomsy would have been way ahead of the curve to get its extra power patrons and stuff. But Elf Note was kind of like right in the spot where you could have maybe said that they were going to release the power patrons, because it would have been in the same time that the TCG was getting them, essentially. But they decided not to do that, which I think was a big mistake, because now those decks are all underpowered, and they could be at least part of the meta right now. Oh, I have no desire to see tunes in this game. I've never been a fan of tunes. Like, they're funny. I've never been a fan of the old tunes, really, though. And I think the deck is so broken. It looks so unfun for everyone involved that I hope they never release that deck at all. Honestly. But maybe I'm just a hater. Or if they release it, they should release it in like waves. So it's not fully playable at any point in time, and we have time to like nuke the problem cards. Anyways, we've kind of spent a while just sitting here talking. But it was nice talking to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy. Like I said, I'm probably gonna skip Wednesday this week, and we'll probably be back Friday, but I don't think we're gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh! If we play Yu-Gi-Oh! It might be like hop on, play a single match, or like a few matches to make sure that our dailies aren't stacking up too much. But other than that, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break until new cards actually come out. But then the issue is if like no cards that I want to play come out, what are we gonna do? I don't know. We'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. It's probably either gonna be Draco Tail or back to Elf Note Fiendsmith. But there's a chance that I would play Kewl Tune. It really depends. Master 1 Wednesday? No, the season's already over. Or you want me to get to Master, like, the first day of the season, you want me to get to Master 1? Is that what you're trying to say? 'Cause I'm not doing that. No way, no how. What am I supposed to do for the rest of the month? Like, that's why I was so fine, like, complacent, just screwing around this whole month. Because I was like, well, I need stuff to do, so I might as well just not get to Master 1 that quickly. You think the pack announcement might come out in 10 minutes? Do you want me to sit around for 10 minutes? Or is that not that big a deal? Why, is there any precedent that it would come out in 10 minutes? Have they been doing it, how early have they been doing it? Let's go check the Master Duel Meta website. What was this last pack called? What are you? Order of the New World. Order of the New World. Ah, this just says the day it came out. No, I don't think it's coming out. So, like, the announcement for this pack release, let's look at dates real quick. The announcement for this pack release was on the Sunday before the pack comes out. The packs always come out on Thursday, right? So I think it's not going to come out until the 5th. I don't think they're going to release or announce the pack cards until the 5th. Yep. So you're going to have to wait till the end of the week would be my thought. Oh wait, we have some. Let's open some of these, huh? I got a bunch of extras. Yeah, unfortunately, because they've kind of decided that they want their... Oh, I just want to skip this. I don't care about this. They've kind of decided that they always want their new packs coming out on Thursday or like Wednesday nights, I guess. And they have pretty much kept strong to that, except for like selection packs that come out at like the end of the month or at weird times that aren't the main selection packs. But they've kind of kept strong on that, always releasing it on Thursday. And it's usually like, I don't know. I'm sure they probably have a rule for it. But it's like the first Thursday, except if that first Thursday would be in like the first 3 days of the month or something like that. What are these anyways? They're just some random mirror cards. But yeah, what that causes though is that you're constantly, it's a different date every single month when the pack actually releases. Oh good, morphing jar. I don't even know what Dandy White Lion is. I know what Dandelion is. Oh, this is terrible. What? At least Dandelion lets you synchro summon. This doesn't even let you synchro summon? It just doesn't let you summon at all? That's bad. We got this guy, Classic Tech in Vanquish Soul Canine. Make an untargetable, indestructible dude. And then on their turn, swing in and make Zeus. Genius. Alright, 100 more and then we're gonna get off. Hey, we got Psychic Rover. How many Psychic Rovers do I have? 2. He's kind of funny. But yeah, they really should just, like, let people dismantle these. Even if it was, like, reduced mats. Like, give me, like, 2 SR dust for every single extra one of these that I have. Or, like, 1 for a basic card, 2 for a glossy, 3 for a royal, or something like that. Oh, is that what that guy's name was? Tiras? I think that was not my first one, but he's not really played that much. It's just kind of... It was a tech early on. Yeah, Legacy Pack sucks. Not only are most of the cards not played, but you can't even use them for anything to, like, help your account get further. There's just, like, no reason for the Legacy Pack to exist. They could have just thrown all those cards into the Master Pack, and, like, this whole system doesn't even make any sense. Anyways, I'm gonna get off there. It was nice talking to you. We'll probably be back Friday. Like I said, I'm not climbing to Master 1 on Wednesday. So, but you could tell me good luck with your climb. You said that you're trying to rush it. We'll see how far you are by Friday. But hopefully you have a good night, and I will see you then. Bye.